Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. This is part 2 of our Axial Fest adventures. As you can see here, we're rocking our scx6's on the ride back from the quarry back to the camp area. So this is down in the quarry. This is one of the sets of obstacles. Brandon and Mike here going full send with the scx6's, unsuccessfully jumping off that ledge, but still fun to watch. So we're bringing the scx6's through this trail. This one, I believe, is M. I've been wrong before, just ask my wife. But I think this is Trail M. But this one was pretty fun with the scx6's because of all the bigger rocks and stuff like that. You know, kind of made it a little more challenging. Brandon doing a little bit of moonwalking there. A little bit of electric slide action by chance. Sideways along the rock. So as you can see, some bigger rocks here, which made it fun. And you can just call me Austin, because this one definitely took a couple back and forths to get up there. I need to look into getting some inserts for this baby. As the sixes have a definite issue with pushing and just folding like the stock foams up. I know Mike's running dual stage Proline foams. But really hoping to get some inserts made for this. This is Brandon creeping through here with his, at this point in the video, completely stock scx6.
Just watching that back tire fold over.
But by the end of the trip, Brandon did get some major upgrades, including wheels and tires. He got metal shock towers all the way around, some metal chassis braces, and he got the panhard brace for the axle side. As you can see, very muddy. The scx6's definitely got their mud workouts on this trip. It was multiple times a day when we'd get back to the camp area that we'd have to roll in and hose them off because they were, as you can see here, super muddy. You'll see, you guys will see here later in the video, Mike and Brandon both turning theirs into submarines. I tried to avoid that most of the time because I had my camera strapped to the hood and didn't want to damage that. Brandon working his way through there. You can see they're doing, here's some footage from the truck itself. My wife says I look nerdy as can be, but we're having fun, so that's what matters. What do you guys think of the on-the-truck footage like this? Is this something you guys like, you want to see more of? Is this something you don't really like? If I could drive, that would help too. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Get a little spicy there as we're sliding off. some of these obstacles are getting kind of bigger, which would, you know, make a heck of a challenge with the like an scx10. We did have to go through this section for the 5K race, but I did run my scx6. Guys, these things are tough after you do a few mods. We ran them all weekend, day and night. We probably put 30 miles on our scx6s this weekend. And me and Mike ran the 5K with ours. We did the rock races with them. The night runs. Like I said, lots of mud. And they just hold up. If you guys are new to scx6s, or, you know, we're going for the King of Hammers pass here. But if you guys are new to scx6s or just getting into them or looking to get into them, I would definitely recommend getting yourself the metal shock tower kits, because it comes with the chassis side panhard bar, the metal axle side panhard mount, and a steering servo are definitely the big upgrades that these things need.
Oh no! Oh no!
You know, to make it pretty solid. Wheels and tires are always great. Not a necessity, but they definitely help. Brandon's struggling to get up this hill. I believe he was still on stock wheels and tires at this point.
I want to get up there and take a picture of your truck sitting right there, because it's like a fucking perfect picture with the lights on.
So, but as you can see, these things take a beating.
Oh, no.
And it'd be definitely something I'd recommend people get if they have friends that have them. They're not really the funnest thing in the world to do alone, or when other people are running like 10th scale. But if you can get multiple people running them at the same time,
Jeez, you are going all over. Oh no!
as you can see, Brandon wanted that.
Curse blue. Well, Brandon, your turn.
These things just handle the mud and water. Baja Pro X's that I have on mine, doing work. Great trail tires. You know, they just take that mud, as you guys will see later, just get it out of the way. Good thing and a bad thing, I guess. You guys can see here, some of this mud got real thick. Trying to do a chase shot of Mike here, but definitely needed to be closer. Something I gotta work on. Getting better with the camera angles. As you can see here, here's our first evidence of an scx6 submarine live at axialfest.
You got a little more front weight.
So this is down in the quarry. Cool rock wall. I just couldn't stick it. You can see there, mud's getting a little thick and a little deep. So back to the woods. This is one of the longer bridges that you'll find here. This is a longer tree bridge, we'll say.
Why? You fit.
There was a hanging bridge we'll see later that was huge. But this one was a challenge. Just kind of, you can see I'm going back and forth, like almost falling off. And this is cool how they used a tree to make the bridge, and then kind of around the root section where I almost fell off.
am I supposed to make this corner?
You can see it was very, man, I look like a old gardener lady. Anyways, I was able to make that. It would definitely be a lot easier with, you know, 10 scale or something like that, but still perfectly doable with the scx6, which is fun. It's always fun to just go splash. No, I did not hit him, but I was dang close. We'll trot through the woods back to the next water hole. And Mike getting in a little trouble here. Finding the deep section. And then me not taking any advice on it being deep.
I tried.
That tree branch trying to hold me up. But Baja Pro Axes said, nope, we're going. By this point, Brandon had gotten his new wheels and tires. He also got a set of Baja Pro X's, but he got an aftermarket set of wheels for it. So it's cool. Got a red ring around him, a red center pad. So spice it up, make it a little bit different. Go a little bit deep there, and make it a little bit different than every other tan honcho. I was surprised how many scx6's they had sold here at axialfest this year. Obviously, it's my first year going, so I don't know what previous years were like, but man, I felt like there was every other person bought an scx6. So here's a little bit longer, or a little bit, another bridge. Or tree bridge.
Getting a little narrow down here, boys.
Luckily, they put like the board there so the scx6 can make it. Otherwise, I don't know what I would have done. I had to give her the old yeet right off the edge and try to hopefully land it. A little bit grinding there with that rear axle. So here is the long bridge. This thing, I think they said it was over 400 feet long, and just hanging suspension bridge. This was a Unimog that we found as we were crossing through the trail. The guy was going across it, and man, I want to get myself a Unimog so badly. I will own one someday. I just gotta find one. So continuing on the same trail we were on, came up to this water hole, and stuck my front end in, and found out it wasn't my flavor. So go to continue on with the trail, and Mike said he was gonna go for it. So as you can see, it got deep quick. The axial scx6 submarine is going hard. Should paint this thing yellow and call it the little submarine. And man, he was fighting with that front end just up in the air. from a different angle here. Let's see, I'm just going for it. He wanted it. And if this isn't proof to how tough these scx6's are and how much abuse they can take, I don't know what'll convince you that they're tough. This is a fun section here. You can see Mike getting some air there. Me too. Because who doesn't like splashing around like a little kid?
I'm in the splash zone.
Or hanging out in the splash zone, as Mike said there. Brandon came running up on him, splashed him. So we got Brandon here, found himself a nice little V-notch to mess around in. Cracks are always fun.
The side.
Yeah.
It's a custom textured paint job.
After some full send action, Brandon made it up. So this was some swampy mud. You can see here, it's almost got a gray cement-like texture.
Oh, right, okay. You guys.
See, the Baja's just throwing that mud up, saying, "Get me through it." So that was a fail. I was trying to jump both logs like that.
This way.
This was fun. This was kind of like some switchbacks in here. Start over on the left, come up where Mike is in the center, and then go down the right side. Just through some ruts. Not super challenging at all, just fun. None of these trails were like super challenging at all. Some points had their challenges, but it was fun. Lots of trailing, and if you guys had seen the previous video, you guys see we were trailing with some 10s out here, the 10 scale SX10 Pros out here, and having just a grand old time. So stay tuned next time for some rock racing and rock bouncing comp videos from axialfest. So as you can see here, we're kind of making our way up over this, which would be really tough, I would imagine, for some 10s. But I appreciate you guys hanging out, watching, checking out the scx6 adventures at axialfest Badlands 2024. Shout out to all the sponsors and Axial for putting this on, Badlands for hosting. We got ourselves a floating bridge here, which is pretty cool. Lots of cool floaties. But until next time, guys, get out and have your own adventures. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you guys liked and disliked about the video. Thanks.